Welcome to Dose Brain, a deep dive into the world of relationship narcissism. This term might sound a little daunting, but don't worry, we're here to demystify it. So, what exactly is narcissism? In the realm of psychology, narcissism is often defined as an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, troubled relationships, and a lack of empathy for others. But behind this mask of extreme confidence lies a fragile self-esteem, vulnerable to the slightest criticism. Now you might be wondering, why is understanding narcissism in relationships so important? Well, it's because narcissism can create significant challenges in our relationships, leading to a cycle of confusion, emotional turmoil, and heartbreak. By understanding narcissism, we can better navigate these challenges and foster healthier relationships. Now that we know what narcissism is, let's explore how it appears in relationships. One of the hallmarks of a narcissist is an inflated sense of self-importance, often referred to as the grandiosity gap. This is a psychological term coined to describe the wide chasm between a narcissist's inflated perception of self and their actual abilities or achievements. Imagine, if you will, a person who consistently exaggerates their accomplishments. They claim to be the best at everything they do, from cooking the perfect steak to closing the biggest business deals. They gloss over their mistakes and failures, or even worse, they blame others for them. That's the grandiosity gap in action. It's like a distorted mirror that reflects only what the narcissist wants to see. In a relationship, this grandiosity gap can create a significant imbalance. The narcissist's need to maintain this inflated self-image often comes at the expense of their partner's self-esteem. They may belittle their partner's achievements, making them feel inferior or unimportant. For example, if you've just landed a job promotion, a narcissist might respond by bragging about their own career successes or by making light of your achievement. Oh, that's nice. But remember when I got promoted twice in 1 year? This constant need for one-upmanship can leave the other person feeling undervalued and overshadowed. This behavior can also lead to a lack of mutual respect. The narcissist may see their partner as less competent or intelligent simply because they don't match up to the narcissist's inflated self-perception. The partner, on the other hand, may start to resent the narcissist for their arrogance and lack of understanding. As this grandiosity gap widens, it can create an increasingly toxic environment. The narcissist's constant need to feel superior can lead to constant arguments, resentment, and emotional abuse. It's a cycle that can be hard to break without professional help. As we can see, the grandiosity gap can lead to a toxic relationship environment. Another common trait of narcissists is a lack of empathy. This characteristic is often a significant hurdle in relationships where one partner displays narcissistic tendencies. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It's like a bridge that connects two people, allowing them to experience each other's emotions. But for a narcissist, this bridge often seems to be missing, or at best, incomplete. They struggle to empathize with their partners, and this can lead to a number of issues. Imagine being in a relationship where your feelings or needs are often ignored or dismissed. It's as if you're speaking a language that your partner simply doesn't understand. This is what it can feel like to be in a relationship with a narcissist. The lack of empathy displayed by narcissists often manifests in the form of emotional neglect. They may not be physically abusive or overtly cruel, but their inability to truly understand and validate their partner's feelings can be just as damaging. It's like being in a relationship with a shadow. You can see it, you can touch it, but it doesn't react to your emotions or needs. Think of a time when you felt upset or stressed, and all you wanted was for someone to understand and comfort you. Now imagine if that someone was incapable of understanding your feelings. Imagine if they dismissed your emotions as unimportant or irrelevant. That's the emotional neglect that can occur in a relationship with a narcissist. The problem is not that narcissists don't care. In many cases, they do. The problem is that they struggle to understand the emotions of others. They lack the ability to put themselves in another person's shoes and to feel what they're feeling. This lack of empathy can lead to a relationship that feels very one-sided, where one person's needs and feelings are constantly being ignored or dismissed. In the end, a relationship without empathy can feel very lonely and unfulfilling. It's like being in a dance where your partner is always leading and you're just trying to keep up. You may feel unheard, unseen, and unvalued. And that's a tough place to be. A relationship without empathy can feel very lonely and unfulfilling. Narcissists are often master manipulators. It's a chilling statement, isn't it? Particularly when we consider its implications within the context of a relationship. Have you ever heard of gaslighting? It's a common manipulation technique where someone makes another person question their own reality, their own sanity. It's like throwing a smoke bomb into a person's understanding of what's real and what's not. Narcissists are expert gaslighters. They may deny that certain events ever occurred, or insist that you're misremembering things. But manipulation doesn't stop at gaslighting. Oh no, narcissists have a whole toolbox of tactics. They are adept at making their partners feel guilty for the narcissist's own shortcomings. Imagine being blamed for someone else's mistakes, being made to feel like you're the one at fault, even when you're not. It's like being in a maze where all the signs are deliberately misleading, and the exit keeps moving. Such manipulation and control tactics are not just unfair, they're damaging. They can lead to a toxic and abusive relationship dynamic, where one person holds all the power, while the other is left feeling confused, powerless, and worthless. This, my friends, is the grim reality of being in a relationship with a narcissist. The truth is, we all have a right to be respected, to be treated fairly, and to live without fear of manipulation or control. We all deserve to be in relationships where we feel safe, loved, and valued for who we truly are. And yet narcissists, with their manipulative tactics, can make us feel like we're the ones who are wrong, the ones who are not enough. But remember, manipulation is not about love, it's about power. It's about control. It's about making others feel smaller so that the narcissist can feel bigger. It's a twisted game, one that no one deserves to be a part of. Let's be clear. Manipulation and control are never healthy components of a relationship. They are the hallmarks of a toxic dynamic, and if you recognize these signs, it might be time to reassess your situation. A constant need for admiration is another telltale sign of a narcissist. Now let's delve into one of the most defining aspects of a narcissistic personality, the insatiable need for admiration. Narcissists have an unquenchable thirst for validation and recognition. They crave the spotlight, and they expect others, particularly their romantic partners, to constantly admire them, to perpetually applaud their greatness. Imagine being in a relationship where your primary role is to be the cheerleader, the ardent fan who's always ready with a standing ovation. This might sound exciting at first, but it quickly becomes exhausting and damaging to your self-esteem. You see, for a narcissist, it's not just about receiving admiration, it's about receiving it at the expense of their partner's self-worth. The narcissist's craving for admiration often manifests in a one-sided relationship where their needs, their desires, their whims, and their dreams take center stage. They expect their partners to put them on a pedestal, to make them the center of their world. And if their partners fail to meet these unrealistic expectations, they are often met with anger, disappointment, and even emotional manipulation. But why do narcissists crave admiration so much? Well, it's because their self-esteem is intrinsically tied to external validation. They need others to constantly reassure them of their worth, their value, their superiority. Without this constant flow of admiration, they feel threatened, insecure, and insignificant. Now, it's important to remember that everyone enjoys a bit of admiration and validation. It's part of being human. But there's a world of difference between enjoying a compliment now and then and requiring constant, one-sided adoration. In a healthy relationship, admiration should be mutual. It should be about respecting each other, valuing each other's contributions, and celebrating each other's successes. It's not about one person constantly basking in the glow of adoration, while the other person is left in the shadows. A healthy relationship should involve mutual respect and admiration, not one-sided adoration. In this video, we've explored the complex world of relationship narcissism. We've journeyed through the grandiosity gap, where the narcissist's self-view is often inflated beyond their actual achievements. We've uncovered their lack of empathy, a defining trait that sets them apart from others, making it difficult for them to relate to the feelings and needs of those around them. We've delved into their manipulation and control tactics, cunning strategies that are often used to keep their partners off balance and under their thumb. And we've spotlighted their insatiable need for admiration. a craving that stems from their deep-seated insecurities. Navigating a relationship with a narcissist can be challenging, but armed with this knowledge, you can better understand their behaviors and devise strategies to protect your well-being. Remember, understanding is the first step to dealing with relationship narcissism. Stay informed, stay strong. Thank you for watching Dose Brain. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.